Nothing says Russian better than a 7.62 by 39mm round, and that's exactly what you see in front of you here. This is Century Arms' Red Army Standard Elite ammunition. Check this out, guys. Check that logo out. Let's roll it in closer for you. Red Army Standard. Who doesn't think that is awesome? With the hammer and sickle right there in the middle. This is their elite ammunition. It is their lead core, non-corrosive brass case, fully reloadable cased ammunition. And this is the stuff that they import from Bosnia and Herzegovina. And this stuff is really high quality. Century Arms sent this out to me to do some testing for you. And DocTech Mom and I went out and shot this stuff. We chronographed it. We did some accuracy testing with it. And it turned out to be a phenomenal round. In fact, with my SKS, we didn't see any malfunctions at all with this ammunition. And that was through a gun that's probably had about 400 rounds of Tula ammo through it. And so without cleaning it, we ran the heck out of it with this stuff, and we had zero malfunctions in it. Now, we did have a AK-47 with us that day. It was a Romanian, and it was having some problems with pretty much everything we put through it, so it was not having the best of days. So it jammed with this, and it jammed with some of the Tula and the other stuff that we shot that day with it. But anyway, we'll roll in some footage as we go along of our day of shooting. But let me show you a quick comparison between this round and 3 different other rounds. First, we have the Brown Bear. Okay, so this is Brown Bear ammunition with their lacquer case. I got my magnet here, and I want to show you when we touch it right here to the tip of the bullet, you can see that the bimetal jacket of this bullet actually attracts the magnet, as well as the case as well. And so this is your Brown Bear ammunition. Here we have a KSAP round, okay? And again, bimetal jacket as well as steel cased ammunition. Okay, this is also Russian made ammunition. And then we have the Tula ammo. Again, we have the bimetal jacket and steel case. And then we have the Red Army Standard Elite. No attraction whatsoever to the magnet. This stuff is absolutely ferrous metal free. So we have no magnetic properties at all with this. This is the stuff that you can shoot in your indoor ranges as well as your restricted ranges. It also, being that it's not bimetal jacket, is going to not wear your barrel out as fast. Okay, so if you shoot stuff like this KSAP round here through your barrel exclusively, you're going to lessen the lifespan of your barrel. And that is because really it is a steel jacketed ammunition. And even though it's mild steel, softer steel than your barrel is made out of, it's still going to wear against the metal of your barrel faster than the softer copper will. And so shooting this stuff will give you a longer barrel life through your AK or your SKS or whatever you're shooting. And you know, that's particularly true with my rifle, which is a non-chrome lined Yugoslavian SKS. This stuff is going to further increase the barrel life of my rifle. So that's something to definitely think about. Another advantage to the Red Army Standard Elite is that it is fully reloadable, like I said. Now that can be a downside if you're OCD and don't like to leave brass laying on the ground. I don't reload 7.62 by 39, but there always is that chance that someday I might, and so I still have to pick up the brass off the ground. And so if you're OCD and a brass hoarder like me, that can be sometimes a disadvantage. But for the most part, it gives you the option of putting another round in this case down the road. So that reloadability adds value to this ammunition. Another thing that you might want to consider as an advantage with this round is that it's going to shoot cleaner than your steel cased ammunition. And the reason why that is because it's going to blast form to the chamber, and it's going to seal that chamber off, and you're not going to get gas leak back into the action of your gun. Now, most people are going to say, well, it doesn't really matter with the AK-47 because it's pretty much foolproof, you know, it can run dirty. And yeah, that might be true, but cleaning is going to be easier with the brass case stuff. Another advantage is I believe that the brass case stuff is going to be more accurate than your steel cased 7.62x39, and mainly that is because when you fire, the brass does form to your chamber and should give you better, more consistent shots with this stuff. So, and that's kind of how it's played out for me in my accuracy. In fact, let me roll in a target here. All right, so I had to turn the camera off. I couldn't find the target I was looking for. I finally found it. This one is a target shooting the SKS Yugo SKS at 50 yards with the Tula ammo. And as you can see, it's a 4-inch group. Now, if you discount the 2 flyers at the very top, then it's a 2.8-inch group. But again, the flyers were kind of part of the actual group itself. But anyway, but you know, shooting the SKS with those crude iron sights, you know, it's difficult anyway. But let me show you guys a target with this Red Army Standard stuff, okay? So this is the Red Army Standard Elite Ammo SKS at 50 yards. Check that out. It's a 2.2-inch group. And I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy with the crude iron sights on my SKS shooting this good at 50 yards. I thought that was a phenomenal group, 2.2 inches. So I really do. I think it's a bit more accurate ammunition than especially Tula. I haven't shot it against the KSAP or the Brown Bear, but I'm guessing that those ammunitions are going to be very, very similar in accuracy with Tula ammo. So that's I think that's kind of going to be how it rolls. So we did some chronograph testing with this particular round through the Romanian AK-47 with a 16-inch barrel and the Yugoslavian SKS with a 20-inch barrel. The average velocity we got with the AK was 2291 feet per second, and with the SKS we got 2423 feet per second. So the SKS had a ballistic advantage of 131 feet per second. So for those of you that are looking at more ballistics, the SKS definitely wins out with that 4-inch longer barrel. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to, let's break this round down and we'll actually show you what's inside and what it's made of. So I've got my, my hammer here. We're going to go ahead and load it up inside. We're going to take some wax with it. Let's see how many wax it takes to get to the center of a Red Army Standard Elite. Let's take some wax. There we go. I think it was like 5 or 6 hits. Okay, so let's bring our container around here. Drop that in there. Here is the casing without the bullet in it. I don't know if you can see down in there. Let's actually get my flashlight out and we'll shine that down inside and see if we can actually show you the base of the round there. There you go. I don't know if you can see down inside of there, but that's what the casing looks like on the inside. Empty now. And here's our bullet. So again, guys, the primer is sealed and so is the bullet, okay? So all that pitch that you see on the side is sealant. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna literally seal up the bullet. So if you guys are looking to store this ammunition long term, that's a really, really good thing. It gives you longer bullet life, especially in wet environments, things like that, where more moisture can get into the powder. So that's a great thing. So that's what it looks like. We have a lead exposed base, and that's what the round looks like. Let's go ahead and do a little measurement on it here. Gonna pull it out. It is, let's see, 311, so that's pretty much exactly right on, perfect. And the length of the bullet is 0.916, if you can see that right there. So that's what the length of the bullet, 0.916, and it is 311 caliber. So most people think 7.62x39 or 7.62. When we think of 7.62, we think of 308. But your Russian ammunition is 311, so that's the actual diameter of the bullet. Let's go ahead and take a look at the powder here. And what it looks like is a really fine ball powder, okay? So it looks almost like the powder that's in like a 5.56 NATO round. It's really fine ball. See if I can get in. Let's spread it out a little bit. See if I can get in there really tight. Yep, fine ball powder. So that's what it is. Let's go ahead and let me pull my scale around here. Alright, so let's go ahead and weigh the bullet here. We've got 122.6 grains. That's what the bullet is weighing. 122.6. So it says on the box 123 grains, so you're looking at 122.6 grains bullet weight. So you can buy this ammunition in these range packs, which come in 180 rounds. So that's 6 of these convenient 30-round boxes. What's nice about these is you can pair this with your 30-round AK mags, or if you're running off of stripper clips like I do with my SKS, you can load them in your stripper clips. You can do 3 stripper clips off of one box, and that's kind of nice. So you can pair that with your mags, your 30-round mags, and so it's convenient that way. Let me just show you. This is the last box that I have. That's kind of how they're loaded inside. So really nice, guys. And I love, like I said, I love that logo that Century Arms did with their Red Army Standard Elite stuff. So anyway, guys, this is just really awesome ammunition, and it's pretty much a reloader's dream. You know, that 7.62 by 39mm is really quite a nice round for hunting, especially like deer-sized game. You know, like whitetail and even mule deer. This is a really nice round for those of you that are looking to get into hunting. Now, whereas you won't be hunting deer with a full metal jacket, these reloadable brass cases, especially from Red Army Standard Elite, which is really nice priced ammunition, allows you to reload these brass cases with a round that's more suitable for hunting applications. And again, that 7.62 by 39 is a really nice round for hunting medium-sized game, for sure, no doubt. So if you guys have an AK or an SKS or another rifle that utilizes 7.62 by 39, definitely take a look at the Red Army Standard Elite ammunition. It's really nice, and for those of you guys that are looking to reload, this is an absolute must. So anyway, guys, I wanted to thank Century Arms for sending me this ammunition to test. I really enjoyed shooting it, and it's a great ammunition. And I'm going to stock up on this stuff. This is the stuff that I'm going to probably buy more of, mainly because I could definitely see myself reloading for this for more precise loads and for hunting applications. And so for me, the Red Army Standard Elite is going to be good stuff. Plus, you know, you never know if I want to take my rifle down to a shooting range or something like that I can't shoot bimetal jacket at. So having maybe a battle pack on hand allows you to shoot at those ranges is a good idea. So if you guys have any questions or comments about this ammunition or this review, go ahead and leave them down in the comment section below. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it. And as always, guys, thanks very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. See ya.